Welcome to another edition of KA ZARR Spotlight of the Month. I'm your host, KA ZARR Coleman.
And I'm your co-host, W. Keith Scott.
Welcome to KA ZARR's Spotlight of the Month TV show. Who will be this month's Spotlight entertainer? Sit back, enjoy, and tell a friend to watch KA ZARR's Spotlight of the Month TV show.
In this particular segment, we're going to be focusing on the entertainment industry, and we have our guests here today.
ArAmO.
And Shadonna.
Okay, so Ariana, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the music industry, what are you currently doing?
So I first started singing when I was 9, and from there I started writing poetry, and then as I got older I just kept getting involved in like talent shows and things like that. And when I finally graduated high school, that's when I started rapping and taking my career serious. So Shadonna is my cousin, actually, so that's where it came to play. Like, we just linked, and it was that.
Awesome.
Great.
And who's this young lady here?
So this is my manager, Shadonna. She's also my cousin, my older cousin.
Okay.
So she manages me and books me shows, and that's pretty much, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, what are you currently working on right now?
So I have a project called Chapter 19, because I'll be 19 in August. So that's what we're currently working on. So that's basically like, it's going to be a twist between me singing and rapping all together, just showcasing. It will be my first project as well.
So you're pretty well-rounded, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So,
Shadonna.
what are some of the challenges that you're finding being a manager of a family member?
Being a manager of a family member, it can be challenging because you still have a personal relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure that you guys are growing and loving each other more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not specifically about the business. It's about the growth of the individual. For me, I want her to be successful. I believe that she has the capability. So for me, being a little bit older and having a skill set and meeting people throughout my course of my career, I felt like I had the ability to help a family member. So I was going to do that. And that's what I needed to do as my position.
Okay. ArAmO, is there a time where you cut off? She's just a cousin this time, or she's just a manager at this time?
I think it like works out for us, for real. Like, there's moments where it's like we have to step out of the entertainment in order to, like she said, grow as cousins, more so like family than the business, where we just have to be like, okay, so we are family first. Like, that's number one rule. So, but we can also handle this professionally. So I think us being, our ages being not close but not too far helps as well, because the maturity is it's there. Like, I really think that helps.
Okay. Awesome. From a manager standpoint, how difficult is it to find gigs, bookings, since she's fairly started out?
It's not difficult when you have someone that's willing to work.
Okay.
Having her be both a rapper and singer, songwriter, and she understands what she wants her songs to be like. So when we do get her with producers or collaborating with other artists, she's able to perform. That is what's most important, having an artist that has the talent that you can put out there, because you can't deny talent.
Awesome.
And once you get one job, you use that job to get your next job. You got to make sure you have video on hand, make sure that you have your own bio and things like that are in place, so that you can send those out to people so that they know that you're being professional to get those bookings.
Okay. How difficult is it for you to balance out the creative side versus the business side of the industry?
I say to myself a lot, so creativity comes to par, like being like young and stuff, like with my brothers. I was always the only girl. I'm the only girl, so being creative is like, it was like I was born with that. So like when it comes to being professional, I just take it into like the maturity side. Like, how would I want someone to walk up to me and present themselves? And that's how I go about it as far as the business side, because I'm already creative as it is.
Correct,
So
correct,
yes.
correct. And you rely on your manager as well. That's when sometimes, you know, when folks provide opportunities for you, you tend to want to move forward with it, even if your manager say no. And you got to remember, her interest is you, right? So that's a little, because the industry's pretty different. You know,
Yes.
you have some shocks and you have some people that'll help you,
Right.
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So what are you going to do for us today?
So I'm going to be singing one of my songs, Just Listen. This is an original piece. I wrote this when I was like 17. So it's also produced by my producer Rello Beats. So
Okay.
that's,
Yeah, we're going to have him on the show also.
Oh yeah. He did.
Come on. Well, come on up and
Yeah. Because I'm young, y'all say I can't love. Because I'm young, y'all say I can't handle stuff. So now you know this is not for show. I'm growing up now, I'm telling you. So now you know I'm trying to tell you a little bit about me. I'm trying to tell you a little of my history. Time has changed, but the struggle's the same. I even had some thought, I even questioned my own name. Just listen to me. I was once heartbroken, but now I'm free. They say being young ain't hard, and we don't go through it at all. Just listen to me. Because I'm young, they say I can't dream. They say 'cause reality is never on the same team. I question why, I got no reply. Y'all can't take it away 'cause it's my pride. I'ma make it through. When I get there, there's the proof. You're telling me I can't have no boo, 'cause they gon' play me like a fool. Y'all don't believe in young love, so I lift my head, pray above, and ask God what's there to come. So he breaks it down, says as a child, be patient for me, and you see I'll give you everything you need. You see, you gotta believe. I promise you won't regret it. You will never leave. Listen to me. I was once heartbroken, but now I'm free. I'm trying to change how we're viewed, 'cause it's way long overdue. Just listen to me. You don't listen to me. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So, like I said, growing up, being young, there's a lot of people that'll tell you, like, you young, you can't be going through that, or this, that. But I don't never tell nobody what they go through, so I don't really think it's fair, just because of how young I am, that I should be told what I can and what I can't go through, because I have.
Well, you know, the thing is, age don't determine necessarily experiences. You may not have lived 60 years, but the impact of the experiences that you have could be tremendous. Yeah. So yeah, you can't judge that. So
you seem rather mature for your age.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I love the music. It was really
you.
great. What would you tell other young artists coming up? What kind of advice would you give them?
Just keep grinding, like, no matter what, because I know I come from a family hold that you work hard for what you want, and I can't tell you, I wake up every morning and I think about this. This is what I want to do. I know I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. So I would just say, if it's something that you don't wake up every morning and be like, oh, I feel good about this, like I should do this every day, then then you shouldn't do it. But in this field, you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of people who don't listen to your music. But you just got to keep, pushing through that. And if it's what you want to do, then you'll get that done. So keep grinding with what I'll be saying, yeah.
Be passionate about it, right?
Yes, very passionate.
So a lot of folks, they get a little confused sometimes. You got some natural talents, born talents, and you have passions, and they may not necessarily be the same,
right?
But they can grow into the same.
Yep.
As you mature as a singer or whatever it is. So you're kind of quiet, man. Tell us a little bit about what you're planning to do as far as with her career and with being a manager.
Absolutely. We thank you for having this platform. I want to continue to have her on as many platforms, especially local platforms that want to present artists to our area, along with internationally, nationally, everything like that. So I want to continue to get her exposure, getting her as much coaching as possible, because you have to continue to learn and grow as you want to become a professional. Beyonce still gets training. So you have to continue your training as much as possible, take every opportunity that's available for you.
Correct.
And just continue to expand and push her outside of her comfort zone. A lot of the venues that we play, like Union Stage and Songbird and things like that, they have a lot more of a pop or rock background, where she comes in and she can still captivate that same audience, and those are people that are buying music. So I just want her to really focus on your core audience and making sure that you're getting out here and making these networking connections.
Correct. Yeah, Keith would tell you, whether you be a filmmaker, singer, writer, whatever it is, you have, if you want to, you don't get into it because you just want to entertain a few people.
Right.
I mean, some people do. Most people don't. So to be that Beyonce or whomever, not saying you need to be her, but to make your own brand, you have to continue to grow and perfect that craft.
Absolutely.
If you're a singer, continue to do the coaching. And if that coach can't take you to the next level, find the coach.
Right. Yep.
So you're always growing. Filmmaker, you got to continue to grow. Even for the studio, I'd been producing films for over 10 years. But to be in here, I have to learn television producing. So
Absolutely.
You never stop. So Keith, you got some more information for us?
No.
Right. How can we find you? How can the audience find you on social media?
Okay, so on Instagram, my Instagram is at ArAmO _music _ I'll spell that. ArAmO spell ArAmO _music _ and then my Facebook is Laquana Tellis. That's LAQUANA Tellis TULLIS.
That's awesome.
She also has a SoundCloud as well, where she has 2 freestyles that's out, and you guys can listen to them right now, because we sang today, but she also is a lyricist. She writes all of her own music. So
Excellent.
And those links are in the bios as well, so it's easy accessible.
So I'm going to bring up your producer next, and another artist, Mr. T-Lucas.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
horrible with names. People mess my name up all the time, and I'm okay with it sometimes. But I'll get better. But thank you for joining us for this special segment.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We definitely enjoyed you.
So when we return, we're going to be back with another artist and their producer. So stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome back to KA ZARR Spotlight. I'm co-host W. Keith Scott, and this is KA ZARR. Our next artists are
Rello Beats
and
T-Lucas.
all right. So I'm gonna start off with T-Lucas. So how did you get into this business?
It was kind of by accident, because I just wrote my mother a Mother's Day card, and she really liked it. And then so I always memorized all the raps on the radio. I was like, maybe I can rap. And I took my shot at it, and people liked it, and here I am.
Wow, that's pretty good. What about you?
Well, when I was younger, my father used to play a lot of music in the house. He was like a local DJ here in the area, DMV area. So I got drilled with music. And as I grew up, I played in go-go bands. I was a keyboarder in go-go bands and stuff like that. And when I got in my 20s, I got with my friend and he started rapping and I started making the beats for him. And then we got serious about it and then, you know, try to progress in our career as this. But that's how I got into the music.
So
and
now
producing.
you're a producer now.
Yeah, I'm a producer now. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I'm just curious, what did your father used to play?
Man, my father played everything, man. Trouble funk, funkadelic, from 90s hip hop, you know, NWA. I used to hear a lot of that, Ice Cube and stuff. Man, everybody, to the R&B side, the Temptations, Isley Brothers, he played them a lot. He played a lot of people, man. So I got a good gist of the old school music back in the day, you know. So I played everything.
Okay.
Question. When you have an artist to come to you and they want you to produce their music, they have an idea of the music. How do you approach that? I mean, you have some that sing better than others. Some may not have the same passion that other people have.
I basically I don't know the right term for it. I would get like a brief from them basically. So they would let me know, like, you know, basically what they want, and I would try to drive the vehicle to get there basically, you know. And I would, you know, just paint a picture for them. Or if I, you know, if I'm doing something and I would have like already something laid out, I would call it a skeleton. You know, skeleton basically with certain sounds that I probably would use that would be prominent in the beat, but I'm open to any changes, you know, any changes in drums or sounds or anything like that. So I either start from one of those spots.
That's awesome. That's
All right.
awesome.
T-Lucas, with your music, how's that changed your life? You know, what I understand, you started off with a card, to a Mother's Day card, and then everything just came into play.
Yeah. So how it's changed my life? At first, I just I just kind of copied or imitated what everybody else was doing because I didn't know how to rap at all. And I put the words together. Then I started finding myself like, what do I want to talk about? What's my life experiences? And that really drives my music now. Authenticity, stuff that really happened to me in my life that I feel like other people can relate to. And then it took me to a space where I was like, okay, now I really want to affect people in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I want my music to make you smile, make you laugh from all relatable experiences that we all go through.
Yeah. One thing I was just thinking of, you sent me a trailer of one of the songs that you have, and it was interesting, you know, the way you shot it, you know, as far as the environment that you shot it. It's like it was like a cotton farm or cotton field, that kind of thing. How'd you come up with that concept?
You know, necessity is the mother of invention. So I ain't have anybody to do like a treatment for me.
Yeah.
So I made the song. I didn't really have an idea at all really about where I wanted to shoot it. Yeah. But then I said, you know what? Let me kind of take it back in the day, like to slavery, cotton farms, indentured servants, or whatever you want to call it back in the day, you know, to where people were working hard and they had to kind of live off the land, so things were simpler. And so I went down to Miller's Farm, which is in Clinton, Maryland. And I said, you know what, this would be a dope site if they let me do it. So I went there, I told them, hey, look, you know, I'm an artist, my name is T-Lucas, I got a positive message, can I rent the farm out or at least a certain space for a certain time? Yeah. And they were good with that. And then, you know, I ain't gonna go into everything that had to go down in order to do that, but you know, they let me do it.
That's
and
awesome.
I was ecstatic, and it came out awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well, just the location itself was unique and different. So I'm sure the other artists are now getting the idea. Man, I can just make it happen. Just whatever you dream of.
Yeah, and I don't really like to do the cliche thing. Like I'm not gonna have a video where I'm just chilling on the block with a couple homies and smoking and drinking in front of a nice car that ain't mine.
Yeah.
That's the homie's car. Like, that's cool, but it's too much of that. So I want to give a unique perspective and really shake things up whenever I drop my videos. So all my videos got like concepts to them. I got one video called Revolution. That's kind of like I'm dressed like a Black Panther. And we talking about the stuff that's going on today in the world, you know, the Trump speech that happened yesterday, you know, how people feel about the political climate. So that's what I'm about without trying to be too preachy, if that makes sense.
The uniqueness is what makes you stand out.
Right.
You know, apart from the other folks that's doing everything. You know, so, you know, I deal with a lot of singers. And so many times I can't spotlight them because all they do is sing other people's music, you know. So and that's a stage. Some people they can sing, but they don't know how to write, or they haven't tried to write, and they probably could, but they just don't make that connection. So they're always trying to mimic or sound like Prince or somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of relate that to having your own business. When you have your own product, you can sell your own product. You don't have to worry about paying the other person or doing this or that because everything belongs to you. As long as you've written it, wrote it, and you have everything under your name or your business name per se. Now I'm kind of curious with what first song you would sing. Just talking with you and understanding where you're coming from and getting that vibe. I'm so curious to find out what's the first song you're gonna sing for us.
It's a song called Sweet and Sour, and it's dedicated to my pops. Right now he has pancreatic cancer. He fighting for his life. So, like Sweet and Sour is just trying to tell you that it's gonna be some bad days, but it's gonna be some good days, and that's life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the name of the song, Sweet and Sour.
Okay.
Shout out to Ava Hovanka. Wish you could have been here with me to sing this. Day by day, hour by hour. Okay. The stress piled on thicker than nylon. I live in the violence, hotter than fire alarms. I try hard, but at times my mind's gone. How will I pay the bills now that my second child's born? Now I could go on like so on and so on. When I get home, my girl always putting the show on. She think I keep her secret. I just tell her roll on and please stop sweating me. I've been working so long, but now it's time to make moves. Put on my suede shoes, feeling so fly in the sky. I need a spacesuit. I'm so grateful, trying to make a breakthrough record that'll make your face sour like a grapefruit. And I'ma get it cause it's written in the stars like starlight, star bright. Wonder where you are, tight bar after bar, no strife, no scar. Now my life shine bright like the lights on your car and it's a sweet and sour. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Day by day, hour by hour. It's a sweet and sour. I'll take you on to the second verse. Well, anyway, I remember just sipping Hennessy. I'm broke, I'm in my crib, and I know that for sure my rent be late. My landlord knocking at my door, I'm asking, can he wait? Money that I owe the lines longer than the MVA. Selfish dreams crushed with my self-esteem. Catching sales of weed, I'm where the smoke is like kerosene. I needed charity and nobody was hearing me. No recipe to make this cake, no Sara Lee. That was the days when I ain't even have a jacket. Now miraculous, it's fabulous. The sun is on my glasses and it's cool. Pina colada and some daiquiris. Remember they deserted me, treated me like some cactuses, but now I'm about to take it there. I'm hotter than Jamaica, yeah. How they gon' play me in this game? I ain't playing fair. I made my bones, now I finally get a break in here. Young Shakespeare, focused on my paper trail, I'm gone. It's a feel-good record, y'all. Rock with me. Day by day, hour by hour. It's a sweet and sour. Hey, shout out Grussel on the beat. One time for Ava Hovanka singing that chorus. I am your man, T-Lucas. I'd say, just find your passion.
Yes.
Like, know what you want to wake up to every day.
Mm-hmm.
Have a vision. Like when I was a kid, I like getting on stage. I liked attention, but at the same time, my parents, they drilled it in my head, like, you have to know how to speak proper English
Yes. Yes.
in order to move around the business world and stuff like that. So we're gonna drill that into your head. So then when they kept saying that, then that's kind of what also helped with my dialect to where I rap, how I rap, and how I'm able to be on this show today and kind of convey my thoughts in a way that everybody can understand pretty well. So I put those two things together. I kind of wanted to, show the world my light by entertaining them, because that's what I really feel I am, an entertainer more so than a rapper, singer, anything. Like, I'm here to entertain you. And I put that with my words, and then I said, okay, well, maybe I can be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So find something that you want to really do in life. And usually all the pieces just fall in place after that. You kind of already have certain gifts.
Correct.
Definitely. There is one thing I wanted to kind of double back on the question. The other thing I would say, besides finding your purpose, is like, study the industry. Like, know your splits, know what a manager's supposed to get paid, know how much you're supposed to get paid as an artist. Is this a lucrative deal? People are talking about 360s. You might not have made it if you ain't signed that 360, because you don't have the work ethic in order to really do it yourself. So a 360 is the best thing you could do, because you're lazy, but you're talented. So you need to learn the game. That's what I really wanted to say right there.
Education.
And that's important. Like I said, a lot of folks, they starting out and they just want to get out there, and there's some people even that's been out there. Some of the big Hollywood actors and all that, they have LLCs for their brand, right? So they treating their image as an actor as a company, as a business, and you have to go and operate as a business. Even though you want to stay into your music and all that, just don't forget, at the end of the day, they call it starving artists for a reason. You don't want to be one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How can folks find you all on social media?
T-Lucas 301 on everything, everywhere. TLUCAS 301.
Awesome.
You can find me on Instagram. That's Rello Beats _ that's RELLO BEATS _
Awesome. Well, partner, that's going to wrap this one up.
Yes, let's do this.
All right. So that's going to do it for this edition of KA ZARR Spotlight of the Month. Join us next time as we spotlight comedians. We're going to have a comedy festival. We'll probably be laughing quite a bit. So just make sure you join us and hit us back.
See you then.
All right.